What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode. Today we're talking about Matador app, which is a new financial startup based here in New York City with the goal of accelerating people's prosperity. It's a startup brokerage app very similar to Robinhood, focused on millennials, Gen Z, basically allowing commission-free trades and a super simple, easy-to-use app to basically control all of your stock portfolio and cash and investing. And I think, I've been working with the company. This is actually a sponsored episode by Matador, so take it with a grain of salt. But I almost never do sponsorships on the channel unless it's something I really believe in that could add value to you. And I think Matador fits the bill. And so what Matador's angle is, and their unique take on this app, is they think that investing, part of the reason that it's so hard and so difficult is because it's a super isolating experience. E-Trade, Robinhood, Vanguard, with your personal financial advisor, whatever it may be, there's a lack of, social engagement or network where you're learning from your friends about what they're doing. And this makes investing hard, scary, and just difficult to approach for a lot of people. That mission really connected with me because, my mission with Hyperchange is to inspire people to take their own financial education into their own hands, to learn about stocks, to, learn by failing and doing. And so what Matador's unique take is they allow basically a social sort of style feed of your trades and investments. And although this sounds super simple, and we're going to dive into the whole app in a second, I think this is a game-changing philosophy and mentality where I can follow my friends on the app. Imagine being able to follow your friend's Robinhood account, get a notification when they trade with a comment about why they made that trade, what their investing decision was, and then not even just your friends that you can follow, but influencers, VCs, investors you respect, anybody. You can build up this feed of what they're doing, why they're doing it, and I think it's an incredible way to learn. So before we get too much into anything else, I just want to show you the app. So welcome to the smartphone world. Here we are in the Matador app. You open it up and immediately are brought to the homepage. So this is telling me, how much my portfolio is up for the day. It shows me my holdings. It's also gonna show me the watch list. If I start to scroll, you can see these are the companies I'm watching: Arcimoto, Twitter, etc. And then there's Tesla, which is the one stock that I actually own. And then if you scroll down, you can see the feed. So this is what I was talking about. This is the feed of people I follow and the trades they're making. And so every post sort of is a trade. So I can see Yannick bought Lyft. A bunch of people reacted with emojis and comments. I can click on Yannick, who's the CEO of Matador. You can see he's got all these followers. I can see what stocks he owns in his portfolio, which is really, really cool. A ton of stocks in there for Yannick. And if you actually keep scrolling down, you can see they generate the themes that his portfolio is investing in. So I think this is really cool. Cannabis, esports, things like that are the sectors that Yannick's interested in. And then here's his actual feed of the trades he's making with the comments of these trades. So it's really like a social profile of your sort of investing, life. And this is, back to my main feed. It's just like Instagram suggests people to follow. And then Ian Sigalo. Oh, so this person I decided to follow because he's a VC at Greycroft, one of the people funding Matador, but really sharp guy. He bought Twitter stock. I was thinking about buying Twitter stock, so I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. So that's just to highlight how there's like these sort of really smart investing influencers who you can follow on the platform. And so this is the homepage. That's the first view to the left. If I go to the middle tab or page, it's sort of a more markets overview. And as you can see, Lyft, stocks crashing today right after the IPO. So they have like these really cool swipeable cards where you can just go through the news, which I've actually been using more and more, and I think is super fun and just really intuitive and quick way to learn about, what are the main things going on. Then this is the themes section, which I talked about a little, but groups stocks and companies by themes, which I think is so cool. They have the top movers section, pretty self-explanatory, stocks moving the most on a given day or in a given day. And then you can click on one, see what's going on. We can check on the about page, everything like that. And actually, I want to spend more time on this theme section though, because I think it's so cool. I've never seen an app that does this. And I thought personally, this really makes it easy and actionable to be like, oh, I like esports. Let's click on the esports theme and see what companies are in this category, what businesses they're doing. And I think this is a great way to sort of have idea generation. And this is one of my favorite parts of the app is like browsing the different categories. I love blockchain, seeing what companies are involved there. So I love this sort of way of idea discovery that the app makes really simple here. And you can actually follow different themes as well, not just people, which I think is pretty cool. And so then if we go to the clean and green theme, I want to follow that one because, of course, I'm a tree hugger and into Tesla. And so we can also see all the companies that are in this clean and green bucket from Matador. Anyway, moving to the homepage tab, which is all the way to the right. This is my portfolio view. You can see my account. I have $3,000. I can see how much it's up. If I click on that right notification tab, it takes me here to see all my notifications, who's followed me, who's commented on my trades, etc. And then this is my profile. If I click on that hyperchange logo in the upper left, it'll take me here, which shows I have 17 people following me. I can click on them. It'll show me, just like Instagram or a social network, who my followers are. Go back to my account, can scroll down, see how much cash I own, how many stocks I have. My portfolio, I can tap. I'm holding down. You can't see this, but if you kind of like tap on that green icon, it'll change it. And then, I can change it now to see my total aggregate position Tesla, how many shares I own, my watch list companies, the themes that my portfolio is invested in. So a ton of really cool stuff, but this is the main homepage page. And then now I go back to the feed page, and that's pretty much the app. And this is the last part of the app, which is this give 20, get 20 thing. So they're doing a really cool giveaway right now. And this is actually get 30 if you're on Hyperchange and you sign up for Matador, share.matadorapp.com/hyperchange. Put a link in the description. You can sign up. You'll get $30 free if you sign up for an account, and I'll get $30 free too. So I negotiated with them to get an even better deal than they normally have for the hyperchangers. So I think that's awesome. But you can also, once you open your account, share it with all your friends. And I think this is sort of their marketing strategy. And so, that's the backbone of the app. And now let's get into something a little more fun, and let's actually try and buy a stock in Matador's app. So we'll go back in the app, open it up here. We're back at the home page. Now I'm going to go to the middle page and just type in Tesla because I want to search Tesla. Blue check mark, so I'm already following Tesla. Now it'll bring me to Tesla's sort of main stock page. I think it's really dope how you can see how much it's up since I've actually bought it, and see if I change the time period of this chart, it'll change the performance under the price, which will show the performance of that period of whatever I'm looking at. So I think that's kind of a cool feature. Scrolling down, it'll show me the summary of my holding of Tesla stock already, since I'm already an investor in it. It'll even show me on the community page that someone I guess is following Tesla. It shows me a description of the company, the subsidiaries that they own, which is Solar City, the themes that Tesla stock has exposure to, self-driving cars there, founders. I actually want to follow the self-driving car theme because that looks dope. So I'm going to do that. And now we're scrolling down. Wall Street, what Wall Street thinks, I don't care. Stats. Okay, activity. This is pretty cool. This is the network part where you can see what people in your network have been doing with Tesla. Yannick apparently sold his Tesla stock, so we're going to have a conversation about that. But anyway, yeah, so now I'm scrolling back up to the top because it's like, all right, I'm convinced I want to buy Tesla. There's that big buy button right there. Hit that buy button. It takes me to this. That's what I love about Matador. So simple, so intuitive. Type in 5 shares. It's just really like almost fun to use. Oh, tapping that little arrow, you can toggle from market to limit order. Tesla's trading at 286 as I'm recording. I'm gonna do 288. I just don't want to get totally screwed. Confirming everything here to make sure the order looks good. Then I just swipe left to buy. Super easy, super intuitive. And then it takes me to this page, sending order. It's a limit order, so it might take a little bit to go through. But yeah, the buy order is placed, and then I hit OK. And then it prompts me to write a comment about it. Ooh, and there you go. See that notification at the top? It actually executed my trade, which is awesome. But now I can write a comment. So this is, how the whole social feed of Matador works, is there's no posting whenever you feel like it. The only way you post is when you literally buy or sell a stock. You have to make a financial trade to be able to post, and then you can add this little comment. So I'm adding a comment about how Matt Joyce, who's just on the podcast I did, gave me FOMO about Tesla's electric jet. So that's why I bought Tesla. And then, so I can make that little comment. And what's actually really cool is you can even tag people with that @ button. And so if Matt actually had Matador, which he doesn't, Matt, sign up, then I could find him here and tag him in my post and sort of start a conversation about my trade and my investment based on this sort of post. So it's really, really cool, super intuitive. Now we go back into my account and see under my notifications, it says I put in the limit order, it executed the limit order, which is awesome. So we're all good to go. And then if I go back to my account, I can see that now I don't hold 5 shares of Tesla, I hold 10 shares of Tesla. So I just bought 5 more shares. Woo! Celebration. And yeah, and I can go back to my portfolio page and then toggle the view, and there you see it's updated there as well with 10 shares. And so just like that, that's how easy it is. Literally took me, 2 minutes to just hop in the app, buy Tesla with a limit order. Super easy, super intuitive, and that's how the Matador app works. So, overall, Matador is in itself a startup company, which I think has a ton of potential. They just raised $9 million from Greycroft and Excel, who are two of the top venture capitalists in the financial tech space. And so that's part of the reason I have confidence in Matador and what they're doing. I also just really like the company culture. Yannick, the CEO, I think is a really great guy who has this mission of accelerating people's prosperity. Like just this whole idea of the stock market is an incredible way to compound capital, to build wealth, but young people are just too afraid to get involved. And by making it social, by making it easy, by making it fun, we can get people involved in investing at a much earlier age, even if it's only a little bit of money. I think that does so much to get your feet wet, to have experience. I think Matador makes it so easy to do that, with the fact that they have zero commission trades, so it costs $0 to trade. They actually are rolling out all these awesome features, which is like you get 2.5% on your money automatically. If it's not in a stock, you don't have to move it to some special money market account. It's automatically generating 2.5% interest, under $10,000, but still that's pretty good. And Matador is actually hooking it up a ton for the hyperchangers and are allowing you to transfer your old brokerage to Matador, which is something that normally costs $60 on Matador, $75 on Robinhood. If you want to transfer your assets from whatever, Vanguard, E-Trade into Matador, they make that free just for the hyperchangers. So I think that's awesome. So just where I am with the product, like I use Vanguard as my main broker. That's who I've had for years. They're super boring, super big, trusted company. So when I first thought of Matador, I was like, why would I use a random brokerage app? Like this is super risky, like it's my money, I don't know. And so I think there is an element of risk when you're signing up for a new brokerage, but Matador is backed by some of the world's leading VCs. They raised $9 million in funding. Every single account that you open with them, and this is super important to me, is SIPC insured. So up to $250,000 in that account worth of stock or cash is insured by the government. So even if Matador goes bankrupt, if I have under 250 grand in my account, I'm still gonna be able to get money back. So I think that at least made me feel a lot better. Some of you might be wondering, like, I recently made an episode about Robinhood and sort of criticizing the way that they sold their order flow to hedge funds, and that's the way they were making money. So some of you might be asking, well, like, how does Matador make money? Are they doing the same thing, or how do they route their order flow? So Matador routes their order flow through a company called Apex Clearing, which is a huge clearing firm that a ton of other popular investing apps use, like Stash, and it's a little bit different than Robinhood. Although they are getting paid for that, that is mostly just covering their clearing costs, and what they're not doing is going one level further and actually auctioning your order flow to high frequency funds like Citadel and 2 Sigma, which is what Robinhood's doing. Matador is not doing that. So I think that's that means a lot to me. And I just think meeting with the Matador team, like their ethos is in the right place. Like they're on the user's side. They want to accelerate your path to prosperity, and they're trying to be super honest and transparent about how they do that. So for instance, the main way they make money right now is for short interest borrowing. So for all those people who are like, oh, the Tesla short squeeze, Tesla short sellers. So to short a stock, you have to borrow it from someone and then sell it into the open market. So you're borrowing it from someone who already owns it. If so, Matador can lend out stock from people who own shares on their platform, and they get paid for that. But what's so amazing is they split that money with you 50-50. So when they're lending out whatever stocks you own to short sellers, you're actually getting paid along with Matador. So I think the incentives are aligned there, and that is the revenue model for what it is. But anyway, Matador app is this really, really cool startup. I've never seen anyone go to attack investing with this social aspect and actually make it so easy and fun to use. Like I've been using the Matador app for a week, and I'm genuinely like, I use it. I'm checking it every single day. I love that I get notifications that people are following me, that I can read posts. Like it's more interactive than any investing experience I've had. I'm not 100% convinced I want to transfer my Vanguard all the way to Matador yet, but I am like going forward, if I have new money to invest, gonna keep only putting it in Matador so that when I make a trade, like everybody, if you guys follow me on Matador, can see why I'm trading and what I'm trading in real time. And I would love to see what you're trading on Matador and why you're investing in it, and what themes you're following. And so yeah, sign up for Matador. Also, like, follow me on Matador. My username's Hyperchange. I'll follow you on Matador. Yeah, I think it's going to be a ton of fun. So if you want to give the app a shot, you can sign up with my code share.matadorapp.com/hyperchange. You'll get $30 in your account once you sign up, you'll this only lasts for a week, then it goes down to $20, and you'll also get the free account transfer if that is of interest to you. So I tried to hook it up and get a special deal for the hyperchangers. So that's what it is. Shout out to the Matador app team, Yannick and Emily, who I've been working with, because I think what they're trying to do and the mission is super noble, and I respect what they're doing. I respect the way they're going at it, and I'm just excited to see what this app becomes. And I think we're in the just early stages of seeing them innovate and keep adding new features. I mean, I've been talking to the team about what they want to add in the future, and all I'll say right now is what you're seeing with 2.5% interest, commission-free trades, being able to follow people. I think that's just scratching the surface of what Matador is going to do in the long run, and I just can't wait to see sort of how this service evolves. So anyway, this is Hyperchange. Matador app is disrupting the financial space with a commission-free brokerage app that is empowering people's prosperity. Super excited to be working with them. Would definitely encourage checking the app out if you have a minute. Anyway, this is Hyperchange. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.